really well today. I am finally coming back to a game that I've been meaning to pick up again for months. I did a video on this a while ago. It is Blueprints, a mystery / exploration puzzle game where we are trying to get to the bottom of what's going on in this ever-changing manner. Because it has been so long since I last played, I dug out the very brief notes I made last time. I have some handwritten notes here, and I'm just gonna read through them to see if we can decipher what they mean without needing to rewatch my own video. So, I have my notepad here, and we have a couple of clues. First of all, we have a numbered padlock for the orchard. 4 numbers. We also have a note that says blue equals true, red equals lie, unless by hand. I'm assuming that means written by hand. We have nook beside pantry, bridge. I've got no clue what that means. Does great uncle Herbert have a younger brother, Simon? A question there for us. Bedroom photo, woman with moon necklace. And finally, red memo in conference room, safe code 9083. Lie. Office safe. So, we don't have a great amount to go on, but part of the fun of this game is exploring and figuring out what's going on yourself. So, I'm sure any important bits will come back to me as I'm playing. Anyway, here we are in the lobby. One other thing you might be able to hear somewhat. I'm a little bit sick at the moment. Nothing too bad, so don't worry, just a cold, but it has pretty much blocked up my sinuses, so I'm having to mostly breathe through my mouth. Just wanted to note that in case I sound a bit more out of breath than usual. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so a brief recap of how the game generally works. In the top left corner we have a counter for the number of steps we have. 50 to begin with. Every time we go through a door, we take a step. So if we went through this door here, it would take us down to 49. Once it gets to 0, we cannot travel any further into the manor. And this is the empty also need to balance a few other resources like keys. Some doors will require a number of keys to get through, and if we don't have enough, then we can't go through. And finally, every time we interact with the door, we get a selection of rooms to pick from to place on the other side. This early on in the manor, I don't think it makes sense to block off the room with a guest bedroom. So maybe we go for the nook, or the corridor will help us make full use of the whole blueprint, although we don't get a key from it. Let's go for the corridor. And there we go. It places the corridor, and we can run through and investigate. Every room has some sort of clue in it, or most of them at least, that might tie into a room in the future. This room has a couple of drawings, but I'm not sure what I'm doing with them right now. I wonder if it's worth writing it down anyway. We have like a pair of hands praying with a rosary, and we also have a hand holding a crowbar. I'm going to quickly write that down in case it helps. Okay. It might not mean much, but I'd rather have it noted down. Either way, we get a nice view of the front of the manor as well, but let's go. So we can pick the pantry, the lavatory, or the closet. Should we go for the pantry? It will let us turn the corner and keep going. There we go. Inside we have 4 coins which we can spend on various things. And we have a letter. It says, Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses. But please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. Interesting. A couple of things that we might be able to glean from that. I'm going to write down 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. Who knows what that means, but it could be something. There was also 4 coins in change. Maybe there could be a puzzle in the future about how much fruit costs, and knowing that we have 4 change could be helpful. I don't know. And also, I can see that the bridge in Bridget is almost handwritten, and I think that might line up to where I had noted Pantry is bridge already, so no new information there, but let's carry on. We also have an apple. Munching on that gave us 2 more steps and we can carry on. I think I might go for the bedroom. The West Wing Hall does make sense because we can move forwards or right. But I have a feeling that's what I picked last time. So bedroom might be helpful. And we can also maybe try and route any backtracking through the bedroom to minimize how many steps we take. Let's go with the bedroom. Is this the bedroom with? I think we've been in here as well. Yeah, this is the bedroom with the picture of a lady with a moon necklace. We also have a postcard. Greetings from Reddington. There are 2 coins here. Oh, 3. Oh, another picture. Just having a look around, seeing if there's anything interesting. Was there a, I don't really want to waste my steps by going back in, but I don't remember seeing a picture in the pantry. There's a statue of a hand pointing down, but this picture has a blueprint with an E on it. That does actually line up with the room we're stood in at the moment. I think that would be worth noting. Bedroom. I guess we should maybe do like coordinates, so we know which square we're talking about. Let's say we have A, B, C, D, E going along, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 going up. So for A1 we have an E from that picture of a blueprint. Alright. Even if we're not actually making any progress, noting all of this down at least feels like it. Okay. So we could pick the chapel. Although it looks like... Oh, okay, we would rotate the chapel so that we could get in, but one of the doors is blocked off anyway. Can I pick how it rotates? I don't think so. Whenever you enter the chapel you lose a coin, which isn't great. We have 7. The nook would help us get forward some more, so I think I'll go for that. Let's see. Oh, I think I made a note on this as well. This beside is like written in a handwritten script. Yep, and I noted nook beside. So we have been here already. There are some more. We'll take that key. There are some more pictures here though. So I'm starting to believe that they will be very useful. We have a picture of maybe 4 stars in a diamond, and also a picture of a spiral staircase. Otherwise, I don't know if it's helpful, but this castle or rook chess piece stands out a bit on that shelf. I guess I will note that down too. Rook chess piece. There we go. Let's carry on. Okay, so which would be very useful. A closet which blocks us off, but maybe has some like information in it. And the parlor, which seems to have a puzzle, and we can also run through. So I think I'm going to go for the parlor this time. Let's see. So we have a big portrait of a stately looking man who might be our great Uncle Herbert. And we have two smaller pictures of a tie and like a tiered cake stand, I think. So I'm going to write that down. Parlor, tie, tiered cake stand. Perfect. Okay. I have a feeling that we had been in the parlor last time. This box puzzle rings a bell. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within. The other two are always empty. So, we have 3 boxes here, and we need to find the one that has the prize. This one says the gems are on the desk. That's a lie. This one says the gems are in this box, which could be true or could be a lie. This one says the gems are on the floor. So that is also a lie. Because there is always at least one box that is telling the truth. It has to be this one, which means that the gems are indeed in this box. We will insert the key and boop, boop. We have 2 gems. We can use them, I think, for drafting some fancier rooms. Let's see what we've got. So we can go for the guest bedroom. It gives us 10 steps, but blocks us off. The West Wing Hall helps us get a bit further. And the storeroom gives us a bunch of items, but also blocks us off. I think I'm going to go for the West Wing Hall this time. And let's see. Of course, one of the doors is boarded up because the blueprint doesn't let us get through. The windows are also boarded up. We have a staff notice. I think we read this one too last time, but just to read it again, out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epson. The West Wing will be closed until further notice while the floor plans with this ring from the pool. We ask that staff members refrain from traveling during this morning. Major. Got it. 2 more pictures here. We have a bird, like a blackbird, and a boat. I guess I'll note those down too. So we're in the West Wing Hall. Here, and we can keep going. A spare room, a closet, and a chapel. So losing a coin isn't great, but the chapel does open up 2 different pathways, so I think we can go for that. Let's see what's going on in here. So there goes our coin. This place is beautiful though. We have some really nice looking stained glass with some interesting figures. Looks like a couple of farmers, a jockey, a chimney sweep. Not sure what's going on there. Anything to be picked up, I wonder. It doesn't look like it. But this has a lovely calming effect, I think. But let's see. So we can continue further into the back of the manor. Or across. Let's go further in. And we have a lavatory which blocks us off, a den which gives us plenty of options, and a gem or a kitchen which requires a gem but would let us buy some food at the cost of money. I think I like the sound of the den right now. Here we are. There's our gem sitting on the table for us. And we have a lovely fireplace roaring. And a bunch of clocks. They're all at about the same time. 20 to 1. Oh, looks like time's actually moving. The big hand on this clock is moving around. Otherwise, there are some more pictures here. We have like a vial of something, like a test tube, and also a bath, one of those fancy claw-footed ones that are freestanding. I'll note that down. We are in the den. We're in the den. Okay. Anything else in here, I wonder? Not by the looks of it. Let's carry on deeper. We're almost getting to the final row. Oh, the door's locked. We only have one key. I wonder if we should use it here or not. Yeah, why not? We'll use the key here. Okay. A drawing room. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. It does cost a gem, but we have 3. We have the utility closet, which has the breaker box. I'm not sure why I need that right now. And a spare room, which just lets us go forwards. Let's spend the gem and pick the drawing room. Oh, I don't know that we have space in the notepad to note down all of these drawings, although they're all pretty much of people and animals, just like moving, walking and running. Oh, here's 2. We have some wheat. Looks like some wheat and a cloud that's raining. I don't know how they relate to each other, but I think we should note it down. So we're in the drawing room. I'll note that down. Otherwise, I wonder what's going on with all these other paintings. There's something on the desk over here. It says drawing floor plans. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans, from which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items in rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. Got it. There's a phone here. There's nothing in the fireplace. But otherwise I don't see much to do in here. There's a picture here of, I think this might be our great Uncle Herbert. Looks like he sat in this room. Oh, look at this. If he sat in this room, then the candle holder on the left side of the fireplace has one of its arms kind of tilted down. Oh, I think we found a secret. Pulling that reveals a safe. Okay. So the only note I had about a safe, which was potentially a lie, also just related to the office and not the drawing room. So unless there are any other clues, I don't know what the code might be. It might be related to these pictures, but unless it's like the number, which there are definitely not a 4-digit number of paintings here. I'm not sure how we would, I'm not sure how we'd figure out a 4-digit code from this. Maybe we'll find out some more information later and we can come back. Let's carry on for now. Oh, a locked door. That is bad for us because we don't have another key right now. Nothing out the window. There's a nice big tree though. Hopefully this other door is not also locked. Okay, phew. So, we can pick the closet, which again blocks off our path. It does give us 2 items though, maybe they could be useful. Oops, the kitchen, lets us buy some food. We're actually doing okay for steps right now. And it costs a gem, so I think we'll leave that. And the hallway does open up quite a few different paths too, so I think I'll pick the hallway. Okay. 2 more of these drawings. We have some like cliffs. It looks like they're on the coast. And we also have like a tag. It's got the number 10 on it. I'll note it down, but I don't know where this is going. Maybe they will start to make sense soon. Oh, this is interesting. I'm not sure if this is just the art style, but it looks like some of these flowers are like hand drawn and placed in here. They're cute. Okay, we have a red note which says, "Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked." I think according to the note that we made earlier, considering this is not written by hand, I think it's a lie. So doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Maybe we got lucky getting this far in without, well, we only met 2 locked doors. Let's double back on ourselves. Okay. So we can pick the boudoir, which doesn't help us too much. It links us back in with the den. guest bedroom gives us 10 steps, and the nursery says whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5. But it does cost 2 gems. 1 gem, sorry. 1 gem of the 2 gems we have. I think I might pick the nursery. We're kind of lacking keys at the moment, so I have a bad feeling that we might get stuck soon. So I think I'll go ahead and spend one of our gems on the nursery. Here we are. Here we are. So let's see what we've got. We have 2 pictures. A picture of, not sure, this man looks kind of like a pilot. And we have like a, like a square of trees. I'm not sure what's going on with that one. I'll note it down in a second. We have a very cute star sat on the chair. A huge goose in a bonnet. We have 2 cots. And what's this? We have a lucky rabbit's foot. Greater chance of finding items. That's nice. And a storybook called The Red Prince by Marion Marigold. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true colour, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down. If he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him as happy whenever he was sad. A story he had read in the bath and the bed. And maybe you can guess with the clues that we have said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red. And he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said. About a red prince and his book, the red book we just read. How interesting. I like the concept, but I don't know that it works logically. What else do we have in this room? A cube up there, but we can't interact with that. Oh. I forgot about looking for chess pieces, but this one has a pawn in it. Maybe I should note that down too. A cool looking dragon. And otherwise just these mysterious pictures. Let me note all of this down quickly. Okay. I feel like we got somewhat lucky in that this is the first time we've had to leave a room the same way that we came in. So we're not necessarily making progress around the house. Oh, that door's locked. That door's locked. The door in the drawing room is locked. So we're going to have to head back to the chapel and hope that this door just next to it is not locked. I can sprint just to make things a bit quicker. But we use our steps every time we go back into a room. Okay, phew. isn't locked. However, the only room that would let us continue forwards is the passageway, and that requires 2 gems. We only have 1 because we spent 1 on the nursery, so that's off the table. Otherwise we have the lavatory or the closet, which has 2 items. And I think I'll go for the closet then. Okay. Oh, we have a key, that's very helpful. And a gem. There are also two pictures nestled in here. We have a like a coat, and like a stretcher. It's like a bed. I'll note those down. Coat. And I'll put bed / stretcher. And this is in the closet. I also don't know if it's super helpful, but I've been noting down which blueprint position they sit in. So this one's in B4. Perfect. Now that we have a key, I think, considering we're using up all our money, considering we're not too far away from some of these locked doors, I think we'll just double back and head in. We use a key here, and we can pick. Oh, a courtyard could be fun. These other 2 rooms do give us some stuff, but they block off our path, so I think we'll spend a gem and do the courtyard. Wow. Okay. Even though we are positioned right on the west side of the house, we can't see out of these windows for some reason. Otherwise, is there much? Whoa. It's open air. I didn't notice that. Oh, okay. We found a sledgehammer. It can shatter padlocks on locked trunks. Interesting. We haven't seen any of those just yet. Otherwise, I don't see any pictures in here for us to note down. There is this, like, electronic door, though. This security door is locked by electronic key card. That is a dead end for now, then. Let's hope that this door isn't locked. It is. Well, we have the sledgehammer in case we meet anything that needs smashing. We are gonna have to go all the way back to the entrance hall, though, which is unfortunate. All of our other paths are currently blocked. So, that's an extra coin spent in the chapel. And a bunch of steps spent as well. We don't have another option though, so let's just head on through. And here we are back at the entrance. So there are 2 more doors in this entrance hall. And as long as they're not locked, that is good for us. This one. Okay, perfect. So, well, there are better options. For this door we can pick the utility closet, which has a breaker box. I don't know what we need that for right now. It might be worth picking just to see what's going on. We have the boudoir, which actually doesn't lead anywhere, because the door that it does have points to a room that we have already drafted that doesn't have a door going in. So it's essentially a dead end. We also have the bunk room. It counts as 2 bedrooms, which has some good synergy with the nursery. I do think we've already been in the bunk room last video though, so I don't know if that changes my decision making at all. It's not really any good getting 10 extra steps from the bunk room if there's nowhere to go. So I wonder, I'm thinking of picking the boudoir. I'm imagining if I were a key left behind somewhere, a boudoir would be a likely place. We'll see what's here. It does also count as a bedroom, which is helpful. Oh, I found a sleep mask. The first time you enter each bedroom with the sleep mask, gain 5 steps. Well, we have loads of ways of getting extra steps, but we're gonna need the keys to back that up. Oh, we have a bridge in the picture in the boudoir, and like a bride, it looks like a lady at her wedding. Anything else in here? We have a picture. We have a picture of a room that's been decorated very nicely for Christmas. There's a nice big Christmas tree. I can see that someone got gifted a safe, which is interesting, and a load of Christmas gifts. I don't see anything that would obviously be helpful. But it's a nice picture, nonetheless. Oh, there's a safe. There's a safe in this room. Sinker Co. But again, unless there's any clues in this picture, I don't think this is the... Oh no, I think this might be the boudoir, actually. Although it's got windows in this picture. And the room we're in at the moment doesn't have windows. I can see a mirror, like a lounger, and one of these room separators as well. Unfortunately, I don't know what I would be looking for to gather a code, and I'm not sure it's worth brute forcing either. So, I'm imagining we will need a bit of extra information for that. These pictures, though, are interesting. So this definitely looks like a bridge. I guess maybe it could be like river, creek, or like a fjord or something, but bridge seems pretty reasonable. And this certainly looks like a bride. I guess it could be wedding, marry or something, but if that's bridge and that's bride, then the two words are only one letter different, which is G in this case. So I wonder if maybe that's the kind of code these pictures are getting at. Shall we revisit some of the other pictures I noted down to see if they make sense? Oh, actually, you know what? One of them had a letter. Oh, actually, I noted down that the bedroom had a picture of a blueprint that said E, but I didn't note down another picture. I wonder if there was another one for me to find. We had the nook. It had 4 stars in a diamond and a spiral staircase. the I, maybe. The parlor, we had a tie and a tiered cake stand. That could be tie and tier. Maybe I'm stretching these to make them fit. I will note it down just in case. We'll put the I for that one. In the West Wing Hall we had a bird and a boat. Oh. A bird and a boat. I'm not sure about that one. Maybe if we had another look, something would come to me. In the den we had a test tube and a bath tub. That could be tube and tub. Do E there. In the drawing room we had some wheat and a rain cloud. Oh, maybe that one could be rain and grain. In the hallway we had like a price tag and like a coastline or some cliffs. And nothing's coming to me with that one. If we have steps left over, we can always come back. In the nursery, we had a pilot and a square with some trees in it. Oh, could that be a plot? Maybe a plot of trees. So that could be pilot and plot. And the final one before this room is the closet, where we had a coat and like a stretcher. Maybe that was a cot, and we had coat and cot, so that would be an A. And finally we have this boudoir with the bridge and the bride, which I've just noted down. I think to get any kind of sense if those... just notice this gramophone is playing. I don't hear anything though. I think to get any kind of sense from those letters, if they... is this one? We have a hand holding a queen of diamonds and a hand holding an ace of spades. Anything else? Maybe this could be ace and face. Is that a stretch? Like a face card, so it could be an F. We'll soon enough find out when we start the next day. Maybe the pictures change. Yeah, I think to get any kind of sense from any letters we might write down, I'll have to organize my notes. Okay. So we have the lavatory, the guest room, and the Rumpus room. The Rumpus room is the only one that doesn't block us off, so although it costs a gem, I think we'll pick that. Oh, this room's cool. Oh, there's like a fortune-telling machine there. Any pictures? Oh, here's some. We have a tree, and a pin and a pine, maybe. Pin, pine. So E. Let me note that down. Here's our 8 coins. Replenishing everything that we spent running through the chapel. We also have a key card. Opens electronically powered security doors. And there was one up here next to the courtyard. It is quite some ways away, but as long as we have enough steps left, we could run all the way back. And there is a black bishop here as well. I'll note that down. Bishop. I keep slipping on trying to keep an eye out for these chess pieces, though. Can we get our fortune to hold? I don't think so. We have 7 coins. Oh, I can do it now. I'm stuck in place. Oh.
As it was
foretold,
I am
awakened to the sound of a dropping coin.
You find yourself
face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. Oh, I see a boy. That's us. With a boy. Boy standing on the shore of white sand.
He is looking for something. Something
he was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red flag. I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon. A door that is always locked yet has no key. It is the door that you've been searching for yet will not find. Illustrator. Beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara until the dawn of the following day. I will have nothing more to say. Oh, how mysterious. That was a cool cutscene, though. I think the only piece of information that I kind of noted was that the door that we're looking for has a moon on it, and we saw that picture of a woman with a moon necklace. So although I don't think it's too helpful right now, there's definitely something mysterious going on here. Anyway, let's carry on. So, here we have a bit of a dead end. We can't pick the kitchen because we don't have enough gems. And I should think that picking the storeroom would make sense. It would give us a key and a gem and a coin. And we do have one way to go, which is through the courtyard. Let me grab that. Here's our coin, here's our key, and here's our gem. And in terms of pictures, we have a tag and a stag. So S. This was the same picture we saw somewhere else, though. I noted it down as price. And it was next to the picture of the coastline with the cliffs. Would it, if we said it was a tag, Nothing's coming to me still for that one, but I think this one is an S, so let me note that down. And there's also I guess that would be white. It looks kind of yellowy gold, but I'll say it's a white pawn. And with that, we are going to have to do some backtracking. So we have 32 steps, which is a decent amount, and we have to get all the way back up to the courtyard. We can double check some of these pictures as we go. Oh, this one I didn't note. So it's like some hands praying, and a crowbar. Maybe pray and pry. Pry like you would do with a crowbar. So that could be an A. I'll note that down. Okay. I didn't note any pictures for the nook. Oh, I found it. We have like some sand dunes or like a mountain, and we also have a desert. It looks like that's something that I would call we can get them here, and they're called creme caramels. But that doesn't quite match up. Oh my gosh. I think that would be dessert, and that would be a desert. Seems so obvious now. So an S for this one, I guess. S there. I'm hoping this spells out like a grand reveal for something. Oh, this was another one that I didn't note down. We have a plane. And a plan. This was the one where there was the E. I noted it down as a blueprint. A plane and a plan. And we're in the bedroom here, so that would be an E. I see. So I think these letters will match up to the positions of the rooms, I guess. We'll see if it spells anything. What was this one? We did this one, stare and star, and this one was tear and tie. So we did that one. Oh, this one I didn't have anything down for. So we have like a bird. It looks like a blackbird or a crow, and a boat. And a rowboat, maybe. Crow and row. Could this one be a C? We're in the West Wing Hall. I'll put a C down for this one. Okay, so a C for that one. I'm pretty sure there weren't any pictures in the chapel. I mean, there are all these stained glass windows, but they're not quite the same thing. Oh, this was coat and cot, so we've done that one. What's in here? Tube and tub. Yep, I remember that one. This was... Did I have anything noted for this? Oh yeah, I did grain and rain for this one. Sure, let's, well, we need to head this way to get through the courtyard. Boop. Very lucky that we found the so we could go to the dining room. That opens up 2 ways. I like that. The observatory does take a gem, and it does let us carry on forwards. And it looks pretty cool, but I'm going to prioritize trying to get as far as possible. So we'll go for the dining room. And we have a meal because we are in rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yum, what have we got? Looks like a steak with some lemon. Porterhouse steak, a delightfully expensive steak cut. Bone in and extra marbled for maximum tenderness. A perfect dish for those who love extravagance. Oh, we have 20 steps from that, plus an additional 10 if you have a showroom in your house. I guess we can hold off on that for now then, just in case we draft the showroom. Gives a few extra steps. Oh, I found a white pawn here. Nothing too interesting out the window. And for the pictures we have a crate or a box. And a graph, a chart, a line. What's this say on it? Not much, does just look like a crate or a box. Chart. I mean, crate and chart are kind of similar, but we've previously been looking for 2 words where just one letter are different. That's a graph, that's a chart, that's a line. This one's not coming to me. I think I might just have to note it down and give it some thought. Palette, maybe. First word that comes to mind would be great. It's like a chart, a line graph, a bar chart. I can't think of anything that matches up to great. Create. That doesn't seem to match up properly. I think I'll note it down anyway, and we'll give it some thought. Okay. And in the meantime, we're looking okay. We have a key and a gem. Let's do this door. Locked. Okay. What about this door? Not locked. Go for this one. Okay, so we can go for the lavatory or the utility closet, both of which block us off. Or the commissary. It costs a gem, but it has items for sale. I quite like that. I'm gonna go for the commissary. What have we got in here? Okay, so a little bit going on. We have 2 pictures. A funny looking bat and a boat. Oh, and this looks like a clue to figure out what these pictures mean. For the boat we have a little note that says with, and for the bat we have a note that says without. So that lines up with what we've been thinking, where we have boat and bat and the A is different. I'm going to note that down. We also have a red note that says the commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for any inconvenience. The note we had from earlier suggests that could be a lie. We also have a staff notice. It says, effective the first week of December, payroll for all live out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically, as your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call. It is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed as always to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. And there is a terminal password that's been scratched out. It looks like it starts with an S though. Otherwise I can't really make out any of the letters. What have we got in here? So here's the commissary. And we have annual Maid's Day sale, 2 days only, all items up to 50% off. Day 20 and 21. We're just on day 2 though, so not much we can do there. What's for sale though? A gem. 1 gem for 3 coins. 4 coins for a magnifying glass. 6 coins for a shuffle, or 10 coins for a set of gems. The only thing that springs to mind is I did spot some piles of dirt in the courtyard. A likely place for them to be, of course, but maybe with a shovel we could do some digging. I don't really have anything else to spend the coins on though, so we can head back this way with our key card. What have we got? So we can't draw the kitchen. Cost a gem. The spare room doesn't go anywhere. So why don't we pick the wine cellar? Gives us 3 gems, which maybe could be helpful. What's this? There's an arcade machine. It says Blocks, but I can't seem to play it. And a vending machine for maybe cigarettes. Let's head down to the wine cellar for now. 2 pictures. A tie and maybe time. So an M for that one. Here's our 3 gems. I'm going to note down tie and time. Just have a quick look around in case any of these wine bottles are useful. Otherwise we have this like sigil, and it says MCCXIII, which I imagine are Roman numerals. I can't read them specifically. I think M is 1,000. XIII would be 13. CC, could that be 200? So maybe it's 1213, like an established date. I'll note it down in case it's helpful. Otherwise we are gonna have to double back. So we have the shuffle. We can do some digging in the courtyard. We are running a little low on steps, and we have 1 key. We could either use it to get up into the final rank, which is exciting, or probably more sensible, we could use it to move across the hallway. I think I might do some digging in the courtyard first. Here we go. If this gives us... oh, perfect. It gave us a key. And there's another one here. Oh, a turnip for 6 steps. Anything else? Unless I can dig up these green patches. Alright, I think I'm going to move forwards then, and I'll also double back and move through the hallway. I'm excited to see if there's anything special in this final. Oh. In the final rank, the Observatory lets us move to the right, potentially, so I'm going to go with that. for. In terms of pictures, we have looks like a Native American chief and a chef, so that would be I. This kind of rings a bell. I think I remember having to spin these to be able to look through the telescope. We have 2 stars. A pair of chests has been added to the entrance hall. Oh, that's useful. It's quite far away, but maybe they could have some useful bits in them. Otherwise we have the chief, the chef, and I can see a white knight here. So let me note those ones down here for the observatory. And let's try this door. Locked. Oh no. You know what? I think I'm just going to use the key here. I think it would be more sensible to get back and do it through the hallway. But I want to see what's in this door. What's in this room? Keys for sale. That's the locksmith. It would be helpful, but we have no coins. Guest bedroom +10. The dark room, though. It says you cannot see the floor plans while drafting in this room. However, we actually don't need to draft any. Forwards is the antechamber. So I think we'll go for that. Oh. And the lights have gone out. I wonder if there are any pictures that we could still try and view. Otherwise, maybe we need to find like a flashlight or something. Camera there. I don't see anything obvious. Maybe if we could get some light in here, that would be helpful. Oh no, look at this. So here we are at the entrance to one of the antechamber doors, but it's not open. And I don't seem to have any way to open it. We got so far, but there's still so much further to go. Otherwise, I think we're gonna have to double back all the way to the entrance chamber, where there are 2 chests now because of the observatory. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Oh, I should remember to eat my porterhouse steak. Make sure I have enough steps to get all the way back. We didn't get a chance to draft the storeroom, showroom, so we don't get the extra steps. Yeah, all the way down and then across, yeah. We don't have any coins to donate to the chapel. I wonder if that's going to be an issue. No, I don't think so. And through here, And here we are back at the entrance. Here they are. Oh, and how lucky. We have the sledgehammer to break them open. We got the lockpick. We'll occasionally be able to unlock some normal doors. And we got 3 gems. Oh. So potentially only useful if the lockpick triggers on this specific door. I don't know whether it will work considering we've already interacted with it, but it's the last thing we've got to try, so if that doesn't work, we will have to end the run there. I do feel like we got quite a lot of information this time, and I'm happy that we made it all the way to the end, to the final rank. Even if we couldn't, oh, here we are. Even if we couldn't make it through to the antechamber, so this was one of the pairs of pictures that I couldn't figure out. This was a tag for another pair. So if we said that was still tag, what could this be? It would have to be a 4-letter word with a letter added to tag. And I'm sure it's obvious and I'm missing it. But it looks like a beach. Like the seaside, a coast, a cliff, none of which are close to tag, of course. I'll come back to that. Oh, can we? Oh, we could get a little bit further. We did manage to pick the lock for this hallway, and it would make sense to do the office, which lets us get further, at the cost of 2 gems. Okay, what have we got going on here? There's a plane and there's a plane. This looks like a globe that someone's painting. How does that, unless that's not a plane. This was in a pair of pictures before, and it was a plane that time. Fly, maybe. Fly, what could that be? Draw, it could be draw. We'll come back to that. I think there's more to look at in this room. We have a drawer here with a note. It says, Bridget, please check if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. Had a little trouble reading the Baron's writing, so I'm not sure if the last title is intended to be Hearings or Herrings. But knowing Herbert, I suspect either would be suitable. Okay, so, doesn't mean much to me right now. I will note this down though, because I'm sure it's going to be helpful. Okay, and what else? There is a secret safe by turning this knob. We also have an upgrade disc. Insert into one of the estate terminals to permanently upgrade one of your floor plans. That's interesting. We have this note. The antechamber lever in the greenhouse is broken again. I don't think there is enough time to put in another work order before Simon arrives, so just make sure the west and east levers are operational. That's interesting. I'm not sure if it's worth noting down though. I'm not sure if there's any information there that we need. Oh, I can insert the disc into this terminal. Upgrade floor plan. Courtyard. Courtyard data has been found on this upgrade disc. You will now have the chance to permanently enhance this room to one of 3 different upgraded floor plans. Select a floor plan. Or we can pick one that gives it 2 gems. 5 dig spots or Courtyard. We can mix it with a corridor. Courtyard is always left unlocked. Leaving it unlocked could be helpful, considering it has 2 doors out that we can guarantee are unlocked. Otherwise 5 dig spots is quite enticing too. But it does mean that we have to get the shovel beforehand. So I think the Courtyard is probably just the more sensible option. Yeah. Thank you. The floor plan has been successfully upgraded. Okay. And when we turned that knob in the drawer, it revealed this safe. We did have a code that we could use, but I suspect it's not true because it was written on on some red paper. Worth a try though, I guess. 9 0 8 3 9 0 8 3. No luck. No luck. That was the red memo that was in the conference room, and we did suspect that it could be a lie. Otherwise, I think the only other thing to do in this room is to try and figure out what these paintings are. Oh, we have a white queen here as well. Not this isn't a chess piece itself, but the white queen is, so I'll note that down. Okay, and these pictures. So we have a kind of plane, and it looks like someone's painting something, like a globe, like drawing on a globe. Fly. It's not coming to me. Yeah, I'll note it down. And I guess I'll sleep on it. See if anything comes to me. Here's some portraits of 2 people that I don't think I recognize. Okay, I'll note it down. Plane and painting a globe. I don't know if that's an accurate description, but it's all I've got. Those are kind of interesting too. Oh, look, here's another white queen. So that matches up. Otherwise, we just have to hope that this is not locked. Oh no, I think our run might be at its end. This door is locked and we cannot pick it. So there's nowhere else for us to go. I think we are going to have to call it a day. I think the final thing I want to do just before I finish up is try and organize some of these letters into a blueprint. See if maybe they make out some words or something. So give me a second and I will get that done. Okay, so I did some rearranging of my messy notes. And I put some letters in on a map of the blueprint. And we don't have much, considering we really only opened up the left side of the manor this time. The only one is that this bottom row, if we said that the entrance hall had ace and face, and so the letter is an F, then this bottom row spells out safes, which seems like it could be likely. There are a couple of ones that I still haven't pieced together, like this one. Tag, and it's not a tag this time round. Coast, beach, coast and cost. Oh my gosh. Yeah, coast and cost seems right. I will put down an A for this one. We're in the hallway. It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A coast and cost. I also didn't note anything down for the courtyard. So let me double check and make sure that there weren't any pictures here. Yeah, I don't see any. Maybe we're just looking for an inside room instead. I don't think I didn't figure out this one. Great. Oh, hang on, could it be great and rate? Like the rate of increase. I'm gonna go with that. Great and rate here. See, and the only other one that I haven't got right now is the office. And that was like a plane, and it looked like someone painting a globe, which still nothing's coming to me. But I think that we made some really good progress this time around. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day here. Call it a day. Call it. I think we made some really good progress. West facing villa, west wing favoured, yeah. Total rooms 24, rank reached 9, step taken 83, 6. 10 new rooms. Very nice. And although we're out of time for today, unfortunately, we are ready to start a new day exploring the map. I really enjoyed exploring today, and I'm intrigued to find out what happens next. I hope that you found this one relaxing too, and I hope as well that you come back soon for another one.